Hi, my name is Michel Rojkind. I'm an architect based in Mexico City with an international practice. I'm a teacher in invited universities, and our main work has been produced in Mexico City, or in Mexico in general, with a couple of projects abroad. I started off as a musician. I was playing the drums in a band for 8 years. We had 4 albums with Virgin Records. And I was studying architecture at the same time that I was doing music. I still love music and I still play the drums now and then. But today, 100% architecture. The majority of the projects that we're working on, we try to push the boundaries a little bit. We try to figure out what is the added value. How can we push something that if the building sits in a certain area of the city, does it connect to the city? Does it connect to the citizens? Does it give something back to the community? So even if it's paid by one client, we don't expect it just to answer to that client. We expect it to answer to many people, because that is architecture. So for instance, the Cineteca that we did in Mexico City, National Film Institute, is a project that they never asked for a public park. And we decided to design a public park inside the space. So that was a really good idea, because now people embrace the space, they love the space, they have an outdoor cinema that was also not part of the program. And people now love going to the Cineteca without even going to the movies. They go outside, they spend time in the park, they have an ice cream, they have coffee or whatever. So they provided something for the community, which I think is very important today. Another project where we pushed a little bit of what the government failed to do in a certain area of the city was with a department store called Liverpool that's in a suburb in Mexico called Interlomas, where there's a lack of public space, there's a lack of better sidewalks for people to walk. So in that project, the rooftop normally in the department store was used for equipment, no? And all the ventilations and the AC and everything. So we said, what if we put it in a smaller place and then we do a park on top? So by adding a park, we created a public space that people now can enjoy and go up to. So that's another example of pushing a little bit of the boundaries, where we should have just stayed designing a department store, or pushing more to give something back to the community. I think another good example of a project that was not literally asked for was a chocolate museum that we did for Nestlé, the company. And in this case, it was a different type of competition, but we showed Nestlé that there was no chocolate museum in Mexico City. So we figured out that maybe a private company could provide something cultural like a chocolate museum, and they did. So I think that designing a strategy to then design architecture is a really good opportunity to make clients understand that there are better solutions than just the ones that they are thinking. We designed something called ADD. ADD is Adaptive Diagnostic Design. We design strategies to then design buildings, and we prove or provide to the client a team of specialists that are composed of sociologists, anthropologists, graphic designers, financial people. So then that diagnose is one of the best solutions, so the client can understand what could be the better outcome. I think that the biggest challenge in architecture, not only in Mexico City, but in general, is to understand how society is changing, to understand what are the real problems, no, and what to attend. We need to understand all the actors involved in a problem, no. What are the other people around that need to be in touch with that architecture, no. Cities have to be more flexible than ever before. They have to have more capacity to adapt and rearrange. So I think that's a common problem that we're seeing in the world today, and people want to have be in cities that have this adaptability, that really react to contemporary problems of society.